Welcome back, everyone. So do you have a whole bunch of people coming over for Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas this year? Does that make you want to reach for the anti-anxiety medication? As everyone knows, there is some stress involved with all family get-togethers. So the great host plans and acts accordingly. Kathy Bertone is the author of The Art of the Visit, and she's here to tell us more about this. Kathy, great to have you back.
Cindy, good to see you again. Thanks very much.
Let's talk about hosting these get-togethers. It can cause people a lot of stress, but it doesn't have to.
No, it doesn't have to. It certainly can. And one of the things you want to do is I like to think about simple elegance. Here is, for example, a Christmas place setting, and it's very pretty. And I also like to use white because white can go from Christmas to Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is a little bit more informal, and so you can use it that way.
I like that. Use and reuse.
That's right.
Very good.
You know, in today's economy, you can't be going and buying new things for Thanksgiving and new things for Christmas.
No.
So it's nice just if you keep it white, then it can transcend throughout the holidays.
And remember, nobody's keeping score. They're not taking notes. Oh, she used the same charger as last holiday. Nobody's doing that.
That's right. And also for breakfast or lunch the next day, you can pair it with blue or pair it with red.
Very pretty.
So there's a lot of different ways that you can use it. You know, Cindy, as long as you have some beautiful pieces like nice crystal, then you can mix and match. And that's one of the things I really love is that elegant, simple attitude. For example, here's a little pine cone place card.
Well, place cards are more important than we think, because I know when I go to my mother-in-law's house, she always puts out the place cards because she hates having people run around trying to figure out where they're going to sit.
That's right.
That, I think, stresses her out to no end.
Absolutely.
So this way she just says, this is where you are. Just go to where your name is.
That's right.
And we all respect that.
And as you notice, your name is here.
Yes, and I like the way you've put it on a pine cone.
Thank you. And one of the things, too, Cindy, that I like is when you do place cards, like your mom or your mother-in-law, put it on both sides so that people, if you have a large dinner party and they don't know each other, they can read it and see who's who. So that's easier for them as well.
Well, I'm wondering about that. When you've got a bunch of people together that don't necessarily all know each other, do you keep the couples together or do you separate them? Do you go boy, girl, boy, girl? How would you do it?
That's a great question. I definitely separate husbands and wives because it makes for livelier conversation. You know, you don't want to talk about the same old thing. So if you separate husbands and wives and go boy, girl, that really works.
Okay, all right. We've got
also, Cindy, if I could say, remember always to have water on the table, too. Because, you know, guests during the holidays, we tend to sometimes overindulge a little bit. We're drinking some wine and champagne.
Yes.
And having water for your guests is really super important.
Okay, let's talk about the person who overindulges a little bit at our holiday get-together. What do you do?
Oh, goodness. Well,
when they start getting a little sloppy.
Yes, right. Well, there's a couple of things you can do. First off, make sure that you control who's drinking what and how much they're drinking. But also, if they get a little sloppy as host, you want to take them aside. Very quietly and in private. Say, you know what? You're just getting a little too loud or a little too obnoxious.
Right.
So you want to make sure as host that you can take that in hand and you take care of that. Because remember, it's all about your guests and making sure they're comfortable. And if there are people that are obnoxious, that's not going to work.
Do you separate the kids from the adults? Let's crack open the bubbly.
I bought this for you,
Good
Cindy.
woman.
A little holiday cheer.
So not necessarily have the kids table?
Oh, I always have a kids table.
You do?
I think it's fantastic.
Okay.
And
well, the kids like it.
They do. And also I brought little crackers or poppers for the kids, which are so much fun.
Here you go.
Here, my dear.
All right. Okay.
And another thing about white, too, of course, is you can use color.
That's beautiful. I like what you've done here, Kathy.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Stress-free. She's the author of The Art of the Visit. Thank you again.
My pleasure.
We'll be right back with more Daytime, so don't go anywhere. Cheers to you.